Hi there, hello. How are you? I hope you're well. It's been a beautiful day today. It's been gloomy outside. Oh, it's a bit wonky. It's been gloomy outside, but it's still been a great day because you have to make the most of every single day, no matter what the weather is. That's my other phone going off in the background. And it's pouring with rain right now. Absolutely pouring. Hey, Veronica, thanks for joining. Yeah, it's absolutely pouring down with rain right now. Hey Angela, thank you for joining. So I hope that your day has been well, Veronica and Angela and whoever else might be watching. Do let me know in the comments how your day's been. I hope it's been beautiful. I hope it's been productive. And yeah, great to have you join. So I know that there are a number of people. Hey Costas. I know there are a number of people that are joining us, so I'm going to just waffle for a couple of seconds more just to allow them to jump on so that they don't miss anything. Hey Dan, good having you. And welcome to our new members. We've had some new members today. Welcome to you all. It's lovely having you here. And for those of you that have maybe joined yesterday and, you know, over the weekend, welcome to you all. I encourage you to have a peruse around the group. There's lots of content and information that's useful for you, and there's resources there. If there's anything, any topic that you have not come across, hey Yoni, that you would like me to cover, please do create your own post in the group and ask for it, or comment under one of the videos and I'll find it, I'll see it, and yeah, I'll create the information for you, create a video for you. What else is there? Another announcement is that the now let me get it. It's IPSI. It's IPSI, and it's basically the Independent Practitioners and Self-Employed Association are having a day in June this month. I believe it's the 20th, and I managed to bag us a discount, so we get 20% off the ticket price, and I think there are a few tickets still left. I'm definitely going. It's going to be a great opportunity to network and develop. Hi Mary, thanks for joining. A great opportunity to kind of develop strategic alliances and get information, free information too on the day. Well, more free information. It's you've got to pay for the ticket, but obviously there's going to be lots of other information, and the people that you network with that you would ordinarily have to probably get services from, you'll get it for free. So it's going to be a wonderful event. So it will be great to see some of you there if you're able to go. It will be really good for you to start networking and rubbing shoulders with people that are in different industries that you may have a strategic alliance with, depending on what you want to do as an independent social worker. So I encourage you to go if you can. Yeah, it's called IPSI, and it stands for the Independent Practitioners and Self-Employed. Independent Professionals and the Self-Employed Association. So they pronounce it IPSI, which is cute. I think it's quite cute. But yeah, they're really lovely people, and you could go onto the website. It's in the announcements section, and I think I created a post a bit further down where I shared it initially before I negotiated a discount for the tickets for us. So you could have a look at that and see if you're interested in going. But yeah, it will be a good opportunity, I think. So today we are going to be talking about branding, and you're welcome, Angela, and branding on a zero budget at that. I'm going through a rebranding stage. This is my second time that I'm rebranding, and in fairness, when I was developing, you know, my independent social work, I had kind of rebranded as I was going before I publicized anything, because you know, you start with a name and then you might change the name, and then you'll start with some colors and then you'll change the colors and things like that, and the layout and the look. Hey Jane, thanks for joining. And so, you know, you're evolving all the time, and that doesn't stop. And I've seen that, like, even as I've grown to where I am now, 6 years down the line now, I'm now in my kind of final stage of branding, I'd say, and I've got so much more clarity from the work that I'm doing and my mentors that I'm working with on just finalising my brand. So I've had that going for a while, and now I'm just continuing to work in the background, putting the finishing touches on it. So I'm super excited to be sharing this with you, because if this is something that you can nail from the very beginning, then you're going to save yourself time and money. And so for me, my purpose in helping, for those of you that know, I want to help at least 100 social workers this year with becoming independent. And the reason why I feel passionate about doing that is because when I was on my journey in becoming independent, I made so many mistakes. I've experienced the highs and lows of it, from losing confidence and thinking, you know, nobody's going to want this, nobody's going to be interested, to seeing what other people are doing maybe within the industry and thinking, God, why can't I be like that? I don't think it's going to work for me. And then other times I'm on the mountain and I'm really confident and I'm strong and I'm going forward and I'm clear, and then I'm not clear. And so I've kind of gone through all of that historically, and I'm really firmly on my path. But it's taken a lot of learning. It's taken a lot of spending to be mentored by people that are six-figure earners. So I've got different mentors for different things. I've probably had about 4 or 5 different mentors. And so I've heavily invested, and I want to take everything that I've learned from the accounting experiences to creating services to branding to negotiating with clients to being able to, you know, create templates, do services and products for people. And I want to be able to put that in one place in a structured way and deliver it to social workers like you who want to do it, because it's going to save you time like you won't believe, but more importantly, it's going to save you money. And you're in business to make money, right? Regardless of what industry we're in, we all have to make money, because money is what makes the world go round. And there's really anything that's free that's going to get you to the stage that you really want to be. So that's really my desire, my passion, is to help at least 100 social workers this year, wherever they are in the world, become independent and live the dream. Because I can say that I'm honestly living my dream, being a social worker, but now being an independent social worker and loving every moment of it. So without further ado, let's get into branding on a zero budget. Depending on hey Janine, thanks for joining. Depending on where you are in your journey, you might be, a lot of people in this group are kind of at a point where they don't even know where to start with independent social work. And if that's you, you could just put a 1 in the comments so I know, because I can redirect you. I've actually started creating a list of the newer people that have come in over the past month, that I'm gonna create a post where I can tag you on the video that's going to be helpful for you, that you've said in terms of when you answer the questions of where you want to start and what you're not sure about. So I can tag you and I can kind of direct you so you know where to start, because I appreciate there are Andrea. So that's you, Andrea. Okay, brilliant. So I can direct you to a video that I've done where it tells you how to start, where to start. That would be your first point of call. And then there are other videos that you can watch thereafter according to the title. So I'll recommend some to you to get started, because I appreciate there are a number of videos and resources in the group. And you as well, Kostas. Okay, brilliant. So I will do that for both of you. So I'll put your names in a post and create that. So first of all, let's think about branding. Branding is basically what your company says about you. So it's kind of part of your shop window. There's online and offline branding, and basically your branding is the language and the emotions that resonate with your clients and other people that see you and interact with you. So if you think about Nike, their tick, their brand, we already know that it's a well-established brand, and it makes you think of excitement. It makes you think of getting fit and being really motivated and getting going, getting started. And it immediately makes you want to go to Nike Town and start looking at, you know, new clothing for you to start getting so you can go to the gym, even though you know you're probably not going to stay attending the gym. And you're going to pay like what I did for a number of months. I paid for the gym and wasn't even attending. I know, crazy. So it's that kind of thing. It's basically the language and the emotion that resonates with the people. Hey Janine, thanks for joining. That are your service users or your clients, okay? And so I want you to think about words that you would like to resonate with your brand. So for me, my branding colours and my brand ethos and values and aims And the feel that I want is for people to feel warm. I want them to feel that it's friendly. I want it to feel people to feel welcome and that they belong. There needs to be a community feel. Those are the kind of emotions that I want people to, the words and the emotions that I want to resonate with people. So I want them to feel as though they want to be part of this, and I want them to feel happy when they're here. So I'm creating an environment that will allow that, and I'm providing them value that will allow that. Yeah. So I guess when we think, I've written notes here because you know I waffle. So if I don't have notes to direct me, I will start talking about all sorts. So basically, when we think about branding, you've always heard me say people buy people. So therefore, why is branding important? Well, there are a few reasons why it's important. First of all, let me give it to you like this. Let me give it to you in an analogy in the form of a story. There are two salesmen, okay? They both sell window cleaning products, all right? And one turns up to your door and he's kind of shabbily dressed. He's got these dirty cloths and he's got the window cleaner and he's the window cleaning solution, and he wants to demonstrate on your window, and he's kind of fumbling over his words. When you ask him certain questions about the product, he's not really sure. Hey Richard, thanks for joining. And you know, he's kind of, I don't know, not really well presented, and you're not really sure about the service. Now he does the demonstration and the window kind of gets clean, even though he's used a dirty cloth. Now the following week you have another salesman come to your door, same product, but he's really well kitted out and dressed appropriately. So in his overalls, and he's clean, he's tidy, he's got a great pitch. He talks to you about the products without you even having to ask him questions. So he's already pre-thought of what you're going to need or what you're going to ask. And his cloths are clean, and he gives you a demonstration, and you buy it, and you're interested in what he's saying. Which one would you be more likely to buy from? You're likely going to buy from the second person because he came with his stuff together, right? He presented well, he came in a way that made the information clear for you, and you just felt more comfortable. That would be most of our experiences. Well, branding for you is the same thing as a service provider, whether that's online or offline. Especially when you're online, as an independent social worker, you have to have some kind of presence online. And you'll hear some people say, well, you don't have to have a website when you're in business. In this century and in this day and age, 2019, going into 2020, you absolutely should have a website, even if it's a one-page website. And I can say that from experience, when I offer services, people ask me questions, they're unsure, they're unclear, they're not, that sometimes they're not sure if I'm the right person for them, because they have to, especially in the court arena, they have to get several different quotes, and it can be hard for them to make a decision. I can direct them to my website, I can direct them to my YouTube channel that gives them testimonial videos. I can direct them to my LinkedIn profile, which has got recommendations, and they can get to know me, and they can feel as though they've built a relationship with me. And I always, whenever somebody makes an inquiry, whether it's a solicitor or an individual, I pick up the phone and phone them to start building that relationship. And so those are other things that are part of online and offline branding that gives my clients the feel of belonging, friendly, warm. Yeah. So you need to also be able to do the same. And so having a shop window, which is even a one-page website, is going to be super beneficial for you, and it's going to help your clients make a better decision about choosing you. But more importantly, they're going to get to know you, they're going to get to like you and trust you. And that's where the sale comes in, because then people buy people. Yeah. So what you first need to have from an offline perspective, first and foremost, and again, I'm going to mention it, you need to be clear about who you're serving and what you are providing. Yeah. You need to be clear about your ethics, your values, your aims. And I know that as a social work profession, as an industry, we already have some of those values set up, which are great as a starting point. But I want you to go much deeper and think about what are your aims, objectives, and what are your values, as an individual. So those are things that you would have grown up with. Those are things that really drive you as an individual. And a lot of them will also come from your experiences having worked in social work. You'll be really clear about what you like and what you don't like about the industry. And that will also shape your business and the services that you provide and the way that you provide it. And that is going to be a very key element to people that are going to be drawn to you to accept your service. Those are the things that are going to resonate with them. That's going to make them say, yes, Richard is the person that I want to work with. Costas is the person that I want to work with, because it comes from within, and that's what is really going to be authentically shown, and people gravitate towards that. Yeah. So that's from an offline perspective. Online, as I said, you want a one-page website, even if it's just one page. I started off with a one-page website. In fact, I think it was 2 pages. I had kind of like a front page with a kind of hello and welcome and a bit about, and then the second page they clicked was services. And I think I had that before I actually launched and became completely independent. I had it from before then, and then I think I had it for about a year after, and then kind of created the All About Families website that you see today. And I've kind of amended that and adapted that once I think, yeah, so far. And now I'm doing the rebrand. So you want your website. You also want systems that are going to help you remain very organized. So you want a CRM system, which is a customer relation management system, and spreadsheets, whatever works for you. That's going to be really important because, again, as part of your branding, you're going to need to keep on top of who's who as far as your clients are, so that you know how to serve them and meet their needs. So, for example, those of you that have come into this group would have answered 3 questions. And those questions are there intentionally because I want to know how I can better serve you. And so for those of you that have said you're worried about how you're going to manage financially, or you're not sure how you're going to manage because you're from a small village, or you're not sure where to start, or you're unsure about how to market yourself, those are the reasons why that I'm doing all these different videos with topics that relate specifically for you. All that is part of branding. Because again, it's making you feel, it's going to hopefully make you feel that you're being listened to, that you're belonging in this community, and that you're welcome, that your needs are being met. And that's ultimately what you want your clients and those that you're working with to feel like, in whatever capacity you're working with them, whether it's voluntary, a paid service, in whatever way. You also want, as part of your branding, and your online, is a platform to help you create and market yourself. Those are the things that you're going to really use to help market yourself and kind of deliver your services, but also deliver this branding identity that you have. So I'm going to give you a couple of ideas. So get your pens and paper out. A couple of ideas. There are lots of different things that you can use online that are for free. Not all of them I would recommend. So I'm not going to, first of all, I'm not going to kind of overwhelm you with a bunch of stuff to use. I'm going to give you 2 main ones that are going to be more than enough for you to get started with being able to create a logo for yourself, with being able to create the right imagery for you that you can use. So if you look at, like, in the events page of this group and some of the announcements, those are things the platforms that I'm about to share with you are places that I have used to be able to create those kind of things. And so it looks good quality, it looks sleek, and it's free. So I use a lot of paid stuff, but I also use free stuff still, because why pay when you can get it for free? So the first one that I would recommend is canva.com. Canva is great for being able to create posts, being able to create logos. Even you can create newsletters in there and print them down as a PDF. It just makes your stuff look really sleek, presentable, and again, it's about representing you in the best foot forward. The other thing I'd invite you to use is MailChimp. MailChimp is really good. Again, newsletters you can do in there. You can do landing pages. A landing page is basically, if you've ever gone onto a website, and it's got a lot of information about what the product is or what the service is, and it tells you to click and buy or to click to get through to this. That's basically what that is. It's a landing page. Yeah, it's a product page. So whatever services or products that you're using or that you're going to be providing, should I say, you can use MailChimp, and you can even use MailChimp to send emails to your list of clients that you want to keep in touch with, or your introducers. I mentioned about introducers, explained what they are on my second to last video. So, you know, these are great platforms that are absolutely free to be able to use. And again, you've got platforms like this. So you've got things like Facebook, LinkedIn. Get your profiles created and done in a way where, you know, it represents who you are, what your personality is, your ethos. You can go live in there like what I do. You can write down what services that you provide. So if you go onto my LinkedIn, you'll see under my profile that there's kind of a stream of different like leaflets that I've created about the services that I provide. Solicitors look at my profile all the time. Social workers looking at my profile all the time. And so that information is readily available, and that's working for me when I'm asleep, you know, or when I'm out seeing a client, or when I'm sitting down writing a report, or here talking to you lovely people. Hey Amy, thanks for joining. So, you know, there's lots and lots of things that you can use that are free to be able to make your branding online and offline really sleek, really professional, that is going to help people to gravitate towards you, but more importantly, get to know you, get to like you, and get to trust you as a brand, as somebody who has something precious to offer them. So I hope that that's helpful. I don't know if anybody's got any questions. Let me just make sure that I've covered everything. I've covered everything. And I guess, yeah, just to mention again, in the Independent Social Workers Launchpad course that is going to be, I'm going to be reopening for enrollment in October. You know, it goes into all of this in great detail. It goes into how to use Canva, how to use those things to create a logo, what kind of branding colours that you should be using for what. And it goes into the whole science of everything in a lot of detail within the module. So that's something to look out for. But this is enough right now to get you started and get you going. So I hope that it's been helpful, and I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow at 8:30, and I'll announce tomorrow what we're going to be talking about. Take care, and thank you Amy, Richard, Angela, Costas, Janine, Jane, Angela, Mary, Yoni, Diane, and Veronica for joining. Thank you so much, and speak to you tomorrow. Bye.